see, how do I share the link? I know. Let's get started. Okay. Let's make sure we get. Not hanging off the table. Oh, have a look. Okay. Okay. So yes, we're playing the RPG style, the single player version of the Pokemon trading card game. I'm going to get some common cards that I have, just a stack of them. I have a huge box here of just common cards. I have them separated. And then I've got a box of uncommons here. And I'm going to get just a stack of these to play with. And then I have a box of rares too. What are these? And then I'm going to get Gotta get my box of rares, grab a stack of these. So now I have a deck of common, uncommon, and rare. That's where my pool of Pokemon will come from. And I've got my deck of gym leader Pokemon, which are just double rares. They can be anything like Mega, V, VMAX, Terra, V-Star, all those different ones. But I go with double rares because they're cheap. And that's kind of the point of the game here is you're using bulk and you're not buying expensive cards or having to even buy anything expensive at all. I just need bulk cards and some dice and some 50-cent double rares that I can get from a card shop or a card show for almost nothing. I'm going to need a stack of 45 energies with 5 of each energy type. Totaling 40, I think it is actually. Now that there's only 8 energy types. What is this? These are. And then I need 3 trainer cards, so it doesn't matter what they are. I just grab 3 random ones. And that's all the cards I need. So I'm just thinking like this probably cost, if I'm just going to buy what I have right here in a bulk lot, this would probably cost maybe $5 in cards. You could very easily pay $5 for this. Depending on how large your rare stack is. I know sometimes these can get expensive, but this is the deck you need the fewest of, even if you had maybe 6 to 10 of these. You can get that price down to $5. I need some dice. You do need a few dice. I found that the Elite Trainer box actually doesn't have as much dice as you need. Elite Trainer box is nice because it contains everything else, and it contains some dice, but you'll generally want probably 9 dice, and the ones that give you the larger numbers. So I've got dice. Okay, so I'm going to start by drawing 3 cards as my starters. I'm going to get all 3 of these. I just got to pick which one I want to go into the active spot. So what I'm going to pay attention to when I do that is the retreat cost and what their attack is and what their health is, and sometimes typing, because colorless do really great in the beginning because you can use any energy type with them. They're weak, but you can still use any energy type, which is great. I'm going to go with Minim. Has a lower retreat cost, and I can still attack with no same type energy, which means he's going to be good for blocking, or I can attack with energy for extra attack. So I'm going to put all my trainer cards face down because I have not earned them yet. I get them when I knock a wild Pokemon out. I get to turn one over. I'm going to draw from, I usually go with the common deck first, but you can pick any one of them. In fact, if I wanted to right now, I could just go straight to the gym leader. That's a challenge, I'm sure, for another day. I'm not going to do that because that seems impossible to me, even though I have a Charmander. He's doing 50 damage per turn, and I just need more Pokemon, and I need some resistance. So weakness and resistance do play a role in this game. But I usually start with the commons because it allows me to just get a quick hit. I can either get a trainer or I can get a team member added, diversifying the team that I currently have. The way you strengthen yourself in this game is by adding more types of Pokemon in your team. You don't want all of one type. That would be absolutely terrible because you're drawing 7 energies every turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's what my hand looks like every turn. And I want to be able to use these for attacking, defending, things like that. But to defend, I need the same type as the Pokemon I'm defending with. And to attack, I need to fulfill the energy cost. So his attacks require fire energies. So that means I'm going to need fire in my hand. And the more types that I have on the bench, the easier I can assign these out, because I can very quickly move them around by retreating them. 7 energy is a way more than enough to do retreating and attacking and blocking in one turn. In fact, that's why I picked 7, was because you have enough to block, you have enough to retreat, and enough to attack generally. I mean, plus or minus 1 on any one of these, but it's not uncommon to successfully retreat, block, and attack if you have played your cards right. So I had Minim up there, so I'm going to put Minim up there. And I'm going to draw from the common deck. Like I said, I can draw from any, but I'm going to choose here. That's actually a really good one. His health isn't great, but his attack is great. And the fact that he's colorless really helps my team in the beginning. I'll take way less damage. So we're going to catch him. Also, luckily, he is weak to me. So that means that my attacks will do double damage. Resistance is a shatter effect, so it happens once. If he was resistant to lightning, then the first 30 damage would not affect him, and then everything past that would. So I don't have any lightning, which is not great, but I do have fire, so I am going to discard to retreat Minim for his retreat cost, put up Charmander, and then I'll block 10, because in order to attack, it requires a elemental fire energy. So when I'm attacking and blocking, Attacks will do 20 damage for every elemental energy fulfilled and 10 damage for every colorless energy fulfilled. So this would do a total of 20 plus 10, so 30. Doesn't matter if I have 2 fires or 3 fires or 4 or 5 fires. It's all entirely based upon the attack cost. Blocking is maximum 20. So they do 10 block each for every same type energy you put up here. Again, colorless don't require the same type because they're colorless. So you can use any energy. But I can put 2 up here, which would be a total of 20 block. And the enemy attacks for a flat 30 every turn. 30, 30, 30. All across the board. Doesn't really matter what rarity they are. Because the way that they scale is with their health. Generally, the health values of the rarities, like I said, generally, not always, but they are within a window. Generally, commons, you'll find them between 50 and 70, sometimes 80, sometimes 90, sometimes way higher. But 90% of the time, they're 50 to 70. These are generally 90 to 110, and these are generally 120. I'd say 100 to 130. So that's where the scaling comes in. They all do 30 damage to you. So I'm going to be doing 30 damage to him, which is perfect because that will put him into catch range because his health is at 60. If I get him to half health, I can flip a coin or roll a die and get an even or heads and catch him and add him to my team. And he will do 20 to me because I'm blocking with 10 here. If I had 2 energies, I could be blocking for 20. If I had none, he'd do a full 30. But he does 20 because I blocked for 10. Now, I can at the very end choose to discard any of these or retain any of them. Now, none of them help my team, so I don't want to keep any of them. I want to try to draw steel, fire, or lightning energy, so I'm going to discard them all. So I got a lightning, a steel, 2 lightnings and a steel. I'm going to be trying to catch. And the fact that I can retain these even over into the next battle means that I don't have to use them right now. I'm going to because I want to block, though. So I'm going to retreat Charmander. If I miss the catch, I'm going to take damage, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to block for 2. And then it costs 3 energies to attempt to catch. So I am going to use 3 energies. And then I will either flip a coin or roll a die. I would like to flip the coins because it's more fun and easier. Because sometimes when you roll the die, you'll knock other dice out of the way, and I can't remember what the damage was. That landed on tails, so we did not catch. And yeah, the coin hits him sometimes too. So we will only take 10 damage because we blocked for 20. And then we'll try again. You can never full block. And that is part of the strategy. If you could full block, you could stall the game. You do not want to stall. It's kind of more of a continuous / gauntlet style approach to the game. And stalling is a killer of that type of that game style. It just doesn't work. So we are going to again block. Now I have 2 fires. I'd like to use those to block. So I'm going to retreat Minim, throw up Charmander, and block for 2, and then toss for 3 energies. Let's use the 2026 Pokemon Day coin. Yeah. Okay. So we caught it. We don't take the damage off. It stays on there. And now that we have nobody in the enemy active spot, we can move anybody to the active spot that we want to. I'm going to retain this electric energy that I had in my hand from the last battle. I'm just going to hold on to it. Now here we're going to decide what deck we want to draw from, who we want to put in the active spot. I'm obviously going to put Talo because I can full block guaranteed next turn with Talo, but his attacks are always going to be really weak, only doing 10 per energy. But of any energy, which is really nice. They do have that. They do have a little bit of an advantage, but they're only one of 8 types. And if your decks are balanced enough with cards, you shouldn't have anything that is going to give you an unfair advantage. But let's draw a uncommon since I have great block. So that's a great card. It's unfortunate that I already have a fire type, but I really want Markargo because his attack and his health are wonderful. His attack would do 60 damage. He has 2 of them, but the top one would do 40 and the bottom one would do 60. And that's a really great attack. One, because a lot of basics have 60 health and you can just do a 1 attack knockout for a trainer card. Or you can do a 1 attack for getting most rares and uncommons to half health so you can catch him. So we're going to try to catch this guy. We got to do 70 damage to him to get him at the 50 or lower HP mark. So I'm going to draw. So I'm going to try to hoard some of the energies that I can use later with my team and use the ones that I can't. So I'm going to attack for 2 and block for 2. So I'll do 20. And heal will do 10. Yes, that's very effective, but I mean, I can only do that so many turns with Talo before he's gone. So I can't keep doing that. He's just a good placeholder while I build my hand up. Okay, nothing else on my team, so we're going to do it again. But luckily, he is only 30 away from being catchable. Now I could throw a dice, and if I roll a 6, a 1 out of 6, if I roll this 6, I can catch him automatically. But that's very difficult. I've done it a couple of times. If you watch some of the playthroughs I did, I caught Obstagoon twice on a 6 first roll, and that was just wild to me. But it happens. It was advantageous. I couldn't really do anything else, and so I just was like, all right, I'll throw. And I did, and I caught, and it ended up saving me because I caught him with full health. He has 170 health, which is insane. So that really made the game for me. Just that one risky dice roll. I'm not going to do it with Markargo because my luck has run out. So I'm just going to draw, and I do have steel, but unfortunately he's weak. So do not want to do that. If I do Talo again, he'll die. So looks like Minim needs to take a little bit. No, Charmander, because I'm getting rid of Charmander eventually. I'll let Charmander become my sponge. He'll take a lot of the damage I would normally take. And he can't attack, which is unfortunate. So, yeah, I mean, I need to get a different set of energy in my hand. So I'm actually going to discard all of these. Even though I have the steel, I mean, he doesn't even have an attack that I could use, so it's worthless to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay, so we got a 1 fire, which makes me think I should just sacrifice Charmander, and I'm going to. Sorry, Charmander. I do not want anybody taking any more damage. And I'd like to have block for when I go to catch. So I'm going to do 30 to him, and he'll knock me out. So they'll take him up to 70. And then he will knock out Charmander. Okay. Actually, before I shuffle, I want to get rid of what I don't want. Don't want these. Ran out of cards to draw, so I'm going to shuffle my deck. Part of the reason why I suggest putting all of your energies into the sleeves is because you're going to be shuffling them a lot. And luckily, the Elite Trainer boxes come with way more than enough sleeves to do this with, and have some extras. Sometimes I'll put the trainers in sleeves as well. Okay, so let's catch this guy. I'm going to put a minimum. Draw 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to play this game, it's the rulebook's on my website on the Facebook page. You can go there and find it and learn how to play it. So let's keep 2 turns of full block and play 3 to hopefully catch this guy. Oof, tails. We'll take 20. No, 10, sorry. And nothing will happen to him. Draw 5. Full block. Use 3 to throw. And keep the 2 fires. Yeah, that counts. I think that coin only flipped a couple times. But we caught him. And we have 2 fire energies left over from last turn. So that's great. We can use him immediately. We can either block with him, full block, given it's not a water type. All right, so with this setup, I'm going to use Talo in the front. Sometimes I might put Marcargo, but he only has 1 retreat cost. So if I do have a good attack with Marcargo, let's say I get 2 more fire energies, and I can just full attack him, full block. It's only going to cost me 1 energy to retreat him. So that would be 6 plus 1 is 7. So I'd have that. I don't need to worry about that. I'm going to do an uncommon again. Ooh, I can replace Minim. Okay. 4, 5. Nice. So I can full block with Marcargo and do one of his attacks. The unfortunate thing here, though, that I have to consider is that he is heavy retreat. But I'm going to be sponging Minim, so I think it might be worth it. Let's actually do a full 60 on him and block for 10. That feels like a better move. Is it though? 60 for 20 damage or 40 for 10 damage? I'm actually going to do the 40 for 10 because it's very unlikely that I'll get 2 bright flames in a row going. Yeah, so I'm going to take 20. I like to preserve some of his health too, but I'll take the 20 for... Is that what I wanted to do? I'll take 10 for 40. Hello. If you have any questions about how to play the game or where to get it or anything like that, just post in the comments and I will respond. But I'm just playing the single player version of the Pokemon TCG I created. Okay, so I did 40 damage. I'm trying to catch this guy, so I'm going to draw and see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we got enough steel energy to full block with Ferroseed. So I'm going to retreat Marcargo. Don't have any fires to play with here. I will full block with Ferroseed. and attack for 10. So he'll do 50, or I'll do 50, or 10 to him, and he'll do 10 to me. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to discard this darkness because I don't have anybody that's dark, and I'll draw a full 7 again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only need to do 10 more damage in order to put him in catching range. So I definitely want to do that. I'm going to do 10 more damage to him. I don't have any darkness or water. So I will take 20 from him, and he will do, or I will do 10 to him. And now he's in catching range because he's at half health. That's awesome. Let's see if we can catch him. Let's see if we can block in case we miss. Looks like we can block with Marcargo. Do I want to do that, though? Yes, I do. It's worth it. Retreat for his 2 retreat cost. And then I will full block and pay 3 energy to try and catch him. So let's flip a coin and see if we catch this guy. Okay. Yes. Okay, we got him. Okay. I don't care about Minim anymore. I don't really care about Ferroseed. I would like some much stronger. I would like a trainer card too, so I might want to knock out a basic Pokemon pretty quickly. But to do that, I think I need a pretty strong attacker other than Marcargo. I bet you I can knock out with Marcargo pretty quickly on a basic. Let's see if we can just draw straight up. Fire energies. Doesn't look like it. And I also don't have anything that is psychic that can deal double damage for his weakness. Four, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, not even a single fire energy. So looks like we're going to put... Ooh, and I'm weak to him here. But I do have resistance here. And the way resistance works is it's a one-time shatter effect. So we will retreat Marcargo. For 3 for his energy retreat cost. And then we will put up Lantern. No, wait, Lantern's weak. That's right. I didn't want to do Lantern. I wanted to do Talo. I get a free hit for Talo because he has a 30 resistance from Phalanx, who is fighting type. So I'm going to pay these 2 and just straight up attack for 20. And then I will draw 5 more. Interesting. I can full block with Lantern now and attack. So I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to pay his 1 retreat cost. Put Lantern up. Full attack and block. And have some more electric left over for next turn, which is great. So he's going to do 60 to him. Bringing him up to 80. Let's see if we have any 80s up here. 80, and then he's going to do 10 to me. 70. Where's the 70 at? There's 1. Okay. Do I want Phalanx is the question. He's only got 20 health left. He has no resistance. He's got a decent attack. Nah, I want the... It's too late now. I want the trainer card, so I'm going to draw 6. So I just need to do 20 damage. I can do that with Talo. No problem. I'd like to keep that lightning energy. So I will... Oh, look at it, matches the lineup. Yeah, I'm going to keep these 3 energy in my hand for next turn. I'll knock him out. get a trainer card. Trainer cards do one of 3 effects. At any time you can activate them for free. You can heal 10 from everybody, 30 from one, or redraw your hand. So that's great. I got a trainer card I can use to help get Talo out of knockout range. So I start to use these trainers when somebody's like 10 from dying. 20 from, or at 20 health, I don't worry that much. I can still retreat them, find a good spot where they can full block and only take 10. So you really I only use the trainers when you are at 10 health away from dying. So let's decide what we want to pull. I'd like to do another uncommon. Look at that. Pharaohseed's daddy. Ferrothorn. So his attack sucks. And I can do a full knockout with Marcargo in one shot, which I would like to do. 3, 4. We did not draw any fire, so that's not good. We can just hope for next turn. Nobody blocks steel here. So let's present him his own son. No point in blocking. I'm going to be replacing him. So I'm going to keep that one. And I think this might be that moment where I just throw and see if I catch him. Yeah, let's do it. This was kind of like the other day. So let's just throw down 3. And if I roll a 6, then he's caught. There's no way it happens 3 times in a row, because the last 2 have been in a row. Let's see. No, 20. So he's going to do 30 to us. We are going to have the opportunity to discard these 2 and then hopefully draw just a fire. That's all we need. 1, 2, 3, 6. All right, we would have drawn it, but we still got them back in our hand, so who cares? Oh, yeah, I'm going to put that up, but I'm going to retreat him for 2 of any energies. Again, I just had 2 steel, doesn't matter. But I will put up Marcargo. Ferrothorn is weak to us. Takes double from fire, so I will do 20, 40, 50, 60 damage. Times 2 is 120. He's out. And I get another trainer card. I'm not trying to keep Talo, so I'm not worried about healing him too much. I'm going to replace him at some point. And let's go with a rare just to see what's in that pile. Obstagoon. I feel obstigated to try and roll a 6 again. Obstigated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel obstigated. I'm just going to roll and see if I get a 6. So I can get a free 170 on my team with a typing that I don't have with free attack. I might just keep rolling, trying to roll 6s and sacrifice these goobers down here that I don't need. All right. Let's roll a 6. No, it was a 5. Unfortunately. I did not mean to do that with Marcargo in front, but it's too late now. I should have put Minim or Pharaohseed out there. I was going to try to catch Ferrothorn. I forgot about that. Oh, no, I wasn't. His attack stinks. But let's see. I'm taking the damage. Should have switched him out. And now I got to pay 3 to switch him out, which is not great. So let's see. 3, I don't want any of these. Exactly 6. Great. Oh, cool. I'm going to try to catch him for sure. I'll block for 1. Oh, no, he'll kill me if I block for 1. So I need to... I'm going to heal 30 from this guy because I don't really care about healing these other guys too much. I'm going to heal 30 from him. And that's going to bring me down to 80. There it is. And I will do 60 to him. Gosh, he needs to be at, what is it, 90? I have to do 30 more damage to him to get him in catching range. That, or I could just keep sacrificing my little dudes to try to roll a 6. Might do that with... I'm going to do that with Pharisee. I'm going to sacrifice him. See if I can get Obstagoon on my team with higher health. While I build up a hand that I can use. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we got one of the 2 of the fires that we want, but I want more fire so that I can block with it. I'm going to retreat Marcargo. All right, buddy. Everybody's counting on you. I'm going to discard 3 on... I'm going to lose a fire if I do that. Hey, why not? Let's try it. Big dice. Let's see. I should be using this because the Pokeball would be a great indicator for catch. So let's do that. Instead of the 6, it's got to land on the Pokeball to catch it. Oh my God. No worries. We will say bye-bye to Pharisee. I'm sorry, dude. That was entirely my fault. Let's see if we can get a better hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We did end up getting another fire, but it's not enough fire. So let's sacrifice Minim and just get some of these low levels off. I mean, he could take a full hit. Again, Obstagoon's only doing 30, so he could take 2 hits. And I could even full block with him. I can full block and throw a ball. What am I missing here? What am I missing? Yeah, I can full block and just throw a ball. So let's try to hit a Pokeball here. There it is. There it is. We got it. Okay, that's big. We did need to get him down to half health, so he's got a lot more health, and he's going to be a very strong attacker. He's kind of just a sponge by nature, just by his health pool. He's got 110 health. In this game, that's wild. Generally, all the Pokemon that you're bringing onto your team are half health or lower. And you're dealing with like 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 health most of the time. And you're trying to manage that. So to have 110 is, it's a lot. Okay, so I liked that. Let's do another rare. Just for fun. Let's see if we can get lucky twice. No, we cannot. We could replace Talo with Altaria and helping us catch some more, considering that we have an open spot and 2 goobers that we don't want. So let's 2, 3, 5. I wish I had some lightning. Okay, let's do this. I'm just going to attack with him. No, I'm not. I'm going to just throw the ball. Let's do the throw the ball again. 1, 2, 3. I want to keep the Obstagoon energy. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can hit the Pokeball. Oh my gosh, that's 2 Pokeballs in a row. I'm telling you, something lucky about either this dice or just me in general. I don't know. Okay, so now we just added 110 health to our team's health pool. So we're looking at 50 health, 50 health, 10, 110, 110, and 50. That's huge. 220, 320, 370. That's a lot of health. That's more than most of these guys. And that's kind of how I judge when you're ready to go to the gym leader, is when your health pool is near their health. Health is the way the game scales, because like I said earlier, generally the commons have a window of health, so the uncommons and the rares. And generally these have a average window. You're looking at 200 to something, 200 to 300. Sometimes it goes below or to 190. Sometimes it goes a little over 300, but you're dealing with that bigger health pool. Okay, well, I'm feeling very confident. I'd like to get rid of Talo and Minim, so let's just hit this rare pool after I switch out. I'm going to sacrifice Talo. I don't even think he has... I don't think he has it in him anymore. All right. 2 Cannon is way better than Altaria. Okay, let's get him. 2 colorless is not bad to have on your team, but it's not great. They serve the same purpose. So what you're doing is just extending the effectiveness of colorless on your team. So we want to attack him. We need to attack him with Minim. But we don't have any lightning energy. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to attack with Talo and sacrifice him for 20 damage to him. Talo, you're gone. And then we will put up Minim. We don't want to put up Lantern because Lantern will do 120 due to his weakness. And we want to take advantage of that health pool. So we'll do lighter taps with Minim. Still did not get what we wanted. So I will retreat Minim at this point and put up Obstagoon to do a full block attack. So we got his blocking that he needs. And we can do 30 here. We need to get 80 damage on him. So that's getting us there. Takes 10, so he'll be at 70. And I'll keep this darkness just in case I can draw another one for Obstagoon. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got it. That's nice. And the 30 damage that he will do will take us right to the 80 point for 2 Cannon, which means he's now catchable. Let's see, do we have an 80 in here? Nope. Oh, there we go. 80. And then he will do 10 to us. Now we want to throw Altaria up there to ensure that we block every turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After we retreat for 2 for Obstagoon, we will throw Altaria up there. And then we will just Go for the catches here. Doesn't really even matter too much because we're going to get rid of Altaria at some point anyways. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. But we don't want him to keep chipping away at our health, so we want to catch him pretty quickly. I drew for 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we're going to block for those 2. And then, do we keep any of these? No. Maybe for next battle, yeah, I want to keep 2 of these. So I will throw. Yes. Okay, we caught him. Okay, we're looking pretty good. We probably could take on the gym leader right now, given our health pool is insane. And we have 2 colorless. 2 colorless might be better than 1, given the 2 that we have. Let's. I think we can do it. It's always easier than I think. So we'll keep these 2. And let's go for the gym leader and just. We got 1 trainer card too if we need it. Sometimes I like to, right before I go to the gym leader, attack a bunch of commons and fill that up. But let's do this guy. I love these old Sun and Moon sleeves. Ooh, and we did not. Oh, we got perfect. I was gonna say we didn't get any fighting energy Pokemon, but he's actually resistant to fighting and weak to lightning, and we have 2 lightning, so that's just luck. Especially considering we only have 3 types in our team, and one of the types that is we're going to use for applying weakness is. There's 2 of them. Okay, so I had Altaria up there. That's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if we can knock this guy out and win the game. So we got. I kind of want to get 2 cannon up there. Okay, so 2 cannon. We can attack for 3 and block for 2. So we'll do 30. And he'll do 10. Yeah, a colorless Pokemon with a ton of health is really good. It's just generally when you're drawing from the common deck in the very beginning and you get a colorless, it's going to be low health. And by the time you catch one later on from the uncommon or rare, they're going to be at half health. So you only get to use their really nice blocking advantage 5-6 times per Pokemon unless you trainer them. So it's not like it's just a stall. You can't stall with them because you're always going to get that chip damage. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like I can full attack and block some. Oh, wait, I forgot. Gym leader Pokemon do 50 damage. So he should have done 30 to me, so it's 110. So yeah, every turn the gym leader is going to do 50. It's a little bit added pressure, makes it more challenging. I didn't think the health pool was enough of a scale, so I had to scale up the attack to 50. So we were at 80. We blocked for 2, and he did 30 to us. 50 minus 20 is 30, so we're at 110. Which means that we can take 1 more hit with 2 cannon, and I think I'm going to do that. This game is sacrifice those Pokemon. Do not save them. Yeah, there's very many strategic advantages to just sacrificing a lot of health from somebody you don't need, or just letting them die and taking a hit. So we're going to get rid of some of these energies we don't care about and block for 2. Maybe we'll get even more lightning for next turn. So we'll do 30, and he will do 30 to us, bringing us up to 140. So this might be the time that I consider using my trainer card, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that's what we wanted to see. So we got the opportunity to retreat to cannon and use lantern. So we're going to. Do we care to full block is the question. Is it better to just attack twice? So if he attacks us for 50, we're dead. So we do need a full block. Do we need a full block? If he attacks us for 40, are we dead? No. And we want this to do another 80 damage to him next turn. So 80 and 60 is 140. I think we can knock him out next turn. And then he's going to do 40 to us, which brings us up to 110. Okay, so I can just knock him out, I think. Lantern does 80 more. And he's weak. That's 220. So, yeah, he's dead. Good game. If you want to play this game, it is free to play on my website. The rulebook and play guide are there. There's video tutorials on my pages here that you can go and watch. And I'll be playing hopefully every day that I can. So you can find me during post-lunch hour to ask questions or just watch. Anyways, thank you so much.